Hello and welcome to another video. It's a snowy day here in Telford. I've been out for a little walk this morning and I thought I would go through what is my winter walking kit. So what I wear to go out walking and what's also in my rucksack. Right, so I thought I'd start from the bottom upwards. So starting with the boots that I'm currently wearing. They're just a bit wet at the moment because I have been out for a walk this morning. So these are the Salomon Outback 500 mid boot. They are waterproof. They don't have Vibram soles. They are Contour Grip, which is Salomon's own, and they are Gore-Tex. I do have a bit of an issue with these at the moment, which I'm trying to sort with Salomon. I've had them 18 months and I don't know if you can see, but they have started to split and they're not fully leaking, but they are leaking. There is water and mud seeping in on the toe box here and also over on the little toe area. So when I take these off, when I've been for a walk, you can feel my socks are slightly damp on my big toe and over on my little toe. And you can also see they are dirty, socks are dirty, so mud is seeping through. But all round they have been a good boot. I mean, I have had a lot of wear out of them. The soles are still pretty decent on them, and all round they are a good boot. Retail price at the moment for these is about £160, so they're not cheap. The thing I like about them, apart from them being really comfy, is they have a lace lock system. So this loop here, when you pull the lace tight, it locks in position. Can't remember, I think it's that way. Locks in position and stops your laces from slipping. And then you've got the extra lace hook there if you want to tie your laces up higher, which I do. So yeah, so that's the Salomon Outback 500 boot that I'm currently wearing. Not great for me at the moment in wet weather, but they're fine. They'll be fine during the summer. So I'm just seeing what Salomon are going to do about them, because they do have a 2-year warranty on them and they are still in that 2-year warranty. So we'll see what they have to say. Okay, so next up is socks, and these are Bridgedale mid-weight socks. I've always had Bridgedale and I think I'll always stick with Bridgedale. They are a UK company. I think they're based over in Ireland, and their socks come with a lifetime warranty, which I've just took advantage of. I had a pair of these socks exactly the same, and on one of the pairs they had got a hole in this seam along here, but it was by where my middle toes are, not by big toe or anywhere that you'd think it would rub. A hole had just appeared in the stitching. So I emailed them with a photo of the socks, and just before Christmas, within a couple of days, a replacement pair had arrived, which these are. So I cannot fault their customer service, absolutely brilliant. They are so comfy, these socks. Like I said, these are mid-weight, so you can wear these in the summer and also the winter. They're merino, so they actually wick away moisture from your skin. So in the winter they keep you warm, and in the summer they keep your feet cool by wicking away sweat, which can cause blisters. So absolutely brilliant socks. They come in a variety of colours. You can get heavyweight socks, you can get liners, you can get ankle socks, ankle walking socks, which I also own, but in the winter I go for these. So Bridgedale socks, customer service. Right, trousers. So the trousers I go for, I do have some thermal line trousers made by Regatta, but at the moment I haven't been wearing them because it has actually been quite mild and I do get quite warm when I'm walking. So my trousers that I go for, and probably the only trousers I wear, I do have them in other colours, these aren't the only pair, but the only brand and style, are Craghoppers Kiwi Pro Stretch trousers. I've been wearing these types of trousers for the last 5 or 6 years. They are really comfy, stretchy. They come in a variety of colours. They have 2 side pockets and they have one back pocket. These tend to keep me dry and warm. They've got solar shield in them, so they're not waterproof, but when they do get wet and it stops raining and the sun comes out, within about 5 minutes they are dry again, so they do me fine. The only snag I found on them, and they do seem to have changed the design, on the old style, the zip, I think it's on these, yeah. So these are the old style. 2 pairs I've had, the zip has broke on one side. It is literally, the material has completely got stuck. They seem to have changed that problem, so on the new style the zip does seem to have changed. But yeah, these are the Kiwi Pro Stretch women's trousers. Retail price on these, you're looking at about £35 to £45. Sometimes you can get them on Amazon cheaper, but they're definitely worth the money. They do seem to last, apart from the zip, which isn't a problem for me because I don't tend to put anything in my trouser pockets. The trousers are absolutely fine and I wear them day in, day out and for walking. Okay, so what I wear on my top half. So during the winter and the colder months, I go for a base layer. So I've got a long sleeve base layer here. It's an icebreaker merino base layer. So again, the merino, it'll keep you warm and it also draws away any moisture and sweat away from your body so you don't get chilly. And then over the top I'll wear like a mid-weight t-shirt. So this is a mountain equipment t-shirt I've got here, but any mid-weight t-shirt I normally wear. So those are on my top. And then over the top of my t-shirt and base layer, I'll normally wear a fleece. So I've got 2 here. I've got a North Face one and a Berghaus. These 2 are the quarter zips, but I don't really have a preference. I have got some that have got the full length zip on them, so they just give you that extra warmth on top. So jackets. So the first one I'm going to show you is a Rab Microlight Alpine jacket, a down jacket. So I would wear this if it was cold but dry, as this isn't waterproof. So I've had this a couple of years now, this jacket, and I absolutely love it. It's my go anywhere jacket. So this is actually a men's. I prefer men's just because of the fit. They do a women's version of this jacket. So it's got a hood with a peaked cap. It does have pulling cords so you can draw it tighter around your face. It's got a Napoleon pocket here, which is big enough to put your phone, purse, car keys, and then it has 2 waist pockets as well. And then the cuffs are elasticated cuffs, so there's no chance of any wind or anything getting up your sleeves. And I think it does have pull cords on the waist to draw it in as well, but it keeps you lovely and warm. Sometimes it keeps you a bit too warm, but I love this jacket, love the colour, love everything about it. And my second jacket is my waterproof jacket. So this is a Rab downpour jacket, fully waterproof. It has the back to front zip, reverse zip, so it's waterproof. All the pocket zips are waterproof too, watertight. So again, this has a peaked hood. It has the drawstrings here, so you can draw it in tight around your face, and it has a drawstring at the back as well, so you can pull it in tight around your head. It has 2 chest pockets, which are really quite big. So this jacket actually folds in on itself on the left hand side pocket. So it folds up really compact, so you can shove it in your rucksack. It also has pit zips underneath your armpits, so if you do get quite warm, you can undo those and let out some humidity. It has drawstrings around the waist to draw it in round tight there. Again, this is a man's jacket just for the fit, but I've had this again a couple of years. Never needed another waterproof jacket, so it's still in great condition. Worn it a lot, folded it up, chuck it in your rucksack. Brilliant. So gaiters, I don't tend to wear gaiters very often, as I find that they make my calves sweat, but the last couple of weeks I have been wearing them just because of the state of the paths. So these are actually a pair I got off Amazon a couple of years ago. They're a make called Bluefield. I think they cost me about £10. They do me absolutely fine. So they have Velcro down the middle there. This bit goes under the heel of your boot, and then there's a hook here that hooks onto the bottom of your laces, and then there's your drawstring there to draw it in around your calf, and that is it. They absolutely do me fine for the amount of times that I wear them. I've washed them in the washing machine and they still come out fine. The Velcro is all intact on it, so yeah, I don't see the point of spending an absolute fortune on gaiters when I'm not that inclined to wear them. So yeah, these were about 10 quid on Amazon. I think they're probably still on there, but they do the job for me. Gloves. So I've got 2 main pairs that I would wear. So my first ones are these Rab gloves here, and they have got the grip palm and fingers. They're absolutely brilliant gloves. The only downside to them is they aren't waterproof, but for the amount of times that I wear them, they're great. I do take gloves out with me, but I do find that my hands get quite warm, so I end up taking them off. But yeah, they're great gloves, these Rab ones here. And then the other ones I've got are these Hestra gloves. So they are ergonomic gloves, so you can see that the fingers are slightly bent over. So they are designed to give you grip as soon as you put them on. They are Gore windstopper, so they keep your hands nice and warm. They're actually designed for people who use small axes, so hence the reinforcement there on the finger. But they are brilliant winter gloves. They come in all hand sizes, so my hands are quite small and they do them in my size. Okay, lastly for clothing, we've got neckwear and headwear. So around my neck I wear a buff or 2, depending on how cold it is. Obviously they come in all colours and designs, but yeah, they're great for keeping you warm, so you can pull them up over your face. You can use it as a face covering at the moment if you go into shops. and pull it right up just to keep your face nice and warm. And then we've got headwear, so some kind of knitted hat I normally wear. So this first one is a merino wool hat, a beanie, and that was made by Amy, who I used to work with. It's merino again, so keep you warm and also keep some moisture away from your head. And then this last one is a Thinsulate peaked beanie that I wore out today. I do like the beanie ones, especially if you're wearing glasses. It keeps some of the rain and snow away from your glasses. It does keep you warm, but the only downside to this, again, it's not waterproof, so you will get a bit of a damp head. Okay, so let's go to my rucksack and what I take in my rucksack on a winter walk. So I've started in these winter months taking a bigger rucksack out with me. So this is my low alpine 32 litre Air Zone rucksack. And again, I've had this for about 6 or 7 years and it's still going strong. Absolutely brilliant rucksack with loads of side pockets. It's got a top pocket there, fairly decent size top pocket. The back has got the Air Zone back brace to keep your back nice and cool and keep any sweat away from it. So that's the rucksack I take out with me on a winter walk. So let's talk about what emergency kit I take in my rucksack with me. So first of all, a first aid kit. Doesn't matter where you go, and I think you should always take a first aid kit with you. So this is a Life Systems Pro first aid kit. It has got literally everything you would need in there. Safety pins, plasters, bandages, gauze wipes, eye wash. There's even a silver emergency blanket in there. It's in a waterproof bag, and inside all your first aid kit is in another clear plastic waterproof bag. An emergency shelter or bivvy, whatever you want to call it. So again, this is a Life Systems one. They sell these on Amazon. This is a 2-person shelter, and you can fit your rucksacks in there as well. So you literally just sit down on the ground and pull this over the top of you and draw it in tight. It's bright orange, so you can't be missed. A sit mat, not just for emergencies, but if you're going to stop for a cup of tea or anything, it's something dry and soft to sit on. Head torch. So this is a Petzl head torch. We're in the darker nights now, shorter days, so it's dark about 4 p.m, so you could go out 10 o'clock in the morning and it would be getting dark by 4, so always ideal to have some sort of torch with you. And lastly, this is a knife, but it also has a whistle on it as well. So some kind of whistle or an alarm, just so people can work out where you are. So now we've got the kit here for boiling up water or boiling up a hot meal if you go out. So in here I've got various different coffees to have a drink. All important mug. Don't know who they are. Jetboil, probably one of the best pieces of kit I've ever bought. So if you're not used to a Jetboil, it's an all-in-one stove. So there you've got your ring, your flame ring, gas canister, that screws on the top of there, and then your big water vessel mug screws on top. So I use this to boil water to make a hot drink. It all fits together inside, and then your gas canister fits in there, and then the lid just on top, and that sits nicely in a rucksack. And then some kind of ignition device, so this is just a spark flame to light the gas. So it's great to have a nice hot drink halfway round somewhere. Okay, and what we've got here is a metal windshield that just clips together, and you can sit your jet boil or any other kind of stove that you're using inside. If it's really windy, it stops your gas flame being blown out. And it's got its own bag here as well that it fits in. Again, this was off Amazon, I think about £10. Okay, and so my last 3 items that I have in my winter rucksack. Firstly, this bag here. It's a lovely quilted bag with a Velcro top, and it's all quilted inside like a little mini sleeping bag. It's made by a company called Valley and Peak, and so it's an insulated bag, so you can either use it to keep all your electronic kit in, like your phone, spare batteries, anything like that, just to stop them getting cold, because the cold does tend to drain batteries on things. And also, secondly, you can use it to keep any food that you've made warm. So if you're having a rehydrated meal, once you've poured your hot water into the packet, you can put the packet inside this and eat it out of here, and it'll just give you an extra few minutes or so of keeping it warm. Hip flask. Nice to have a little tot of whiskey, or in my case sherry, just to give you an extra warmth inside of you on a wintry walk, but don't have too much if you're driving. And then thirdly, this kit here I got from a shop down in Dorset. So again, it's made by Life Venture, and it's a little cutlery set. It's absolutely brilliant. I tend to use the spoon most, just for when I've made a coffee, just to give it a stir. So they fold out like that. So there's a spoon, a knife, and a fork, and they each have an extra little thing on them as well. If I can do it one-handed. I don't think I can. So that's your normal knife for eating, and then you've got a fork as well, and then the fork and the spoon have an extra. So I think one of them has a so the fork has a can opener on it, and the spoon has a bottle opener. I think that's the right way around. Yeah, so that's a bottle opener on the spoon and a can opener on the fork. And I think that was about £9.99. It's absolutely brilliant. Quite light as well. You could fix it to your rucksack hip belt, or you could put it on your trouser belt and wear it. So that's what I take with me winter walking. Obviously I have my phone and I have my Garmin watch that I wear for added, I suppose, security, so people don't know where I am, and also if I'm following a route as well, I've got an extra map. Let me know what you think of my kit, anything that you think I don't need or something that I should have. Also let me know what you had for Christmas walking wise, and have a good new year.